What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement. We're back here in the basement for another V8 Supercar reaction. I'm enjoying the NASCAR. I'm enjoying the V8 Supercars, F1. I'm enjoying all types of racing. Let me tell you something. I wish I'd gotten into all this stuff years ago. Before we get too deep into this, subscribe, bell notice, hit the like button. Drop your comments down below where you'll find the link to this video in the comments down below. This is a special one. This was highly requested. Highly requested. Darrell Waltrip, three-time NASCAR Cup champion Darrell Waltrip, driving in a V8 Supercar in Australia at Bathurst. At Bathurst, no less, which I understand Panorama is the mother of all tracks, of all road courses. And for those that don't know, NASCAR does have about 5 road courses, and which can get very interesting as well. I'm pretty much a newbie in a lot of the racing. I grew up Yankees, Rangers, Knicks, Jets. Those were my 4 top sports. I never got much into college sports over here, even though it's huge. I watched racing, but I never got into it like I am now. So you're never too old to get into new things and discover new things, and why people are so passionate about their sports. You jump in and see what the big deal is. Why is everybody so passionate about this stuff? So out of respect for that, I start diving in, and if I like it, I'm going to go all in. The footy, for those who have been asking me about footy before we play this, my New York Rangers are in the Eastern Conference Finals. For those that follow me when I do the games live, know that my New York Rangers and my New York Knicks, who are in a Game 7 today, win or go home today in the playoffs against the Indiana Pacers, they will move on to the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals against Boston Celtics, who will be waiting for them. Those are my top 2 priorities right now. I love footy. I love it. And I'm so thankful to all the great Australians that have introduced me to the sport, helped me along the way, given me all the types of background for it. I've done research in it, and I absolutely love the sport. I have not forgotten about it. I've gotten some comments. Johnny, did you forget about footy? No, I didn't. I promise you I didn't. I've been following along with it. But right now, as you guys can respect, if you like hockey, you like basketball, but footy is your number one, you're going to be doing your finals before you watch anything when it comes to other sports that you like, but not as much as your footy. So the flip of that is this is what I grew up with. And the Rangers and the Knicks are both, the Rangers are 1 series away from the Stanley Cup final. And the Knicks, they win today. I'll be doing the game live today. They win today, they move on to the next round, the 3rd round before the Stanley Cup final. Because I know in footy, finals is your entire playoffs. That was confusing to me. I'm like, how come all these guys are all in the finals? How is that possible? I realized, thanks to the great Aussies that follow the channel, they had to tell me the finals is like your playoffs. And then, because we have the NBA championship, we have the Stanley Cup final, Super Bowl, and World Series. So that took me a minute to understand what that meant. So anyway, that's what I've been focusing on, the Knicks and the Rangers. Enough of that. Darrell Waltrip, Bathurst, in a V8 Supercar. Let's see how this works out. I'm looking forward to this. A lot of people recommended this to check this out. And Darrell Waltrip raced around the time Dale Earnhardt was racing. I've done a lot of documentaries with him, and I'm going to start highlighting a lot of documentaries on the Intimidator, Dale Earnhardt. So let's get into this right now, guys. Thank you for all the recommendations, and keep them coming, please.
Many people, have tried to put a lap into words around here. We've got a special guest at the mountain this weekend. 3-time NASCAR champion Darrell Waltrip is here. He's also doing, of course, commentary straight back to the US of A. He went for a ride with Jason Bright, and as you're about to see, he was not lost for words.
And we're off and we're rolling. That is not possible. That is impossible. That can't be done. Just lost my lunch. I didn't even have any.
What?
This is a geological oddity. This right here is what's crazy. This is crazy. What was that thinking? This is the toughest thing I've ever done. Oh God, we left the ground again. Oh no. I'll give out.
First off, loving the sound of the cars. I'm not going to be pausing a lot. Love the sound of the cars, whether it's F1, NASCAR, V8 Supercars. I love the sound of it. Now, Darrell Waltrip he's going to say how he feels, and he looks this is a 3-time NASCAR Cup champion. He's holding on. He's like holding on. I'm exaggerating a little, but he's holding on like, wow. I wonder also if a lot of these drivers just aren't used to being the passenger in a car. They're used to driving, right? Could that be partly it as well? They're not used to being a passenger. And he looks a little nervous. Look at his face. This is awesome already. But I want to hear the sound of that car again. I love it. Just draws you right in. Let's go.
You're about to see, he was not lost for words.
Definitely not lost for words.
We're off and we're rolling. That is not possible. That is impossible. It can't be done. Just lost my lunch. I didn't even have any. This is a geological oddity. This right here is what's crazy. This is crazy. What was that thinking? This is the dumbest thing I've ever done. Oh God, we left the ground again.
Left the ground?
I'll give out. My arms are broken. I'm dying. Oh boy, hang on, Jason. Can't even see where we're going, and he ain't slowing down. Oh my gosh. Oh no, the dipper. The old dipper. Oh, I'm dying. We're gonna die. Not the corkscrew. Oh, mercy.
We're gonna die. I lost my lunch. I didn't even have any. Great stuff. What is the drop? What is the drop on there? That steep drop. I meant to ask that in the last Bathurst video I did. What is the drop? How steep is that?
No, Jason, no, easy, Jason. Unbelievable. Down in the dip, boom. This is gonna hurt. 200 miles a damn hour. Oh,
200.
Oh my gosh. I have never been on a ride like this in my life. It's good, buddy. Back her down. Quit playing around. I don't know how much grip they got, but it'll break your neck after that. It's hell corner. It's hell corner. Not hell corner. This part I hate the corkscrew. The corkscrew is gone. We put this on the road. You can't race on the track like this. Hey, man,
That is awesome.
holy crap. Oh,
That is awesome.
Oh, you're kidding. This circuit's been called many things, but a geological oddity by DW.
That is awesome to take another professional driver from another great sport, put him in your zone. And look at that. A 3-time champion was scared out of his mind. Now, I think part of it really is that you're a passenger. You're used to being the driver. You're a passenger in the car as well, and you're not used to doing that. So you have a whole different perspective. But he's sitting there like that, and he was a commentator on sports for a while, on the NASCAR for a while too. So that is funny. That is funny. Look at him. This should be good. I'm really enjoying this. Thank you, guys.
He's down there with Mark Larkham.
I gotta say, Matty, I've been coming here a long time, Darrell, and that is the most entertaining piece of television I've seen come out of this place.
I was in shock. Let's see, I talked to Jason. I thought he's a level guy, you know. He just seemed like a solid mate, you know, somebody you could depend upon. And so I thought we were just going to go out and take a little cruise, you know.
By the way, that's not me. That's the video. That's not me with that echo issue. That's the video. It keeps going in and out, so don't yell at me.
We'll go up to Mountain Straight and look at some turns and some parks. There's parks up there, and maybe a little look over the edge up at Skyline, you know, and what in the heck is an elbow doing in the race? But anyway, so when we took off pit road, I knew I'd made a big mistake, because when he put that helmet on, he turned into Superman.
I've got to ask you, President, to put it in perspective, I mean, Darrell's to us a Peter Brock, a Dick Johnson in their own country, and as a racer, I'm really interested to hear your perspective of the V8 Supercar. You've driven it all, you've won 84 NASCAR races, 3 titles. What do you think about our jiggers?
I love these cars. Marcus Ambrose came to America to race, and when I saw Marcus race on a road course, I said, this dude he's one of the best, maybe the best I've ever seen in a stock car on a road course. I said, I'd like to see where he came from. I'd like to meet some of the guys he raced with. And so the opportunity to come here to Bathurst, which this race in the racing world, all over the world, this is one of the biggest races you'll ever go to. This racetrack, television doesn't do it justice. You don't see the elevation changes. You don't see how tight the turns are and how blind they are, and how blindingly quick you come down the Conrad straightaway into the chase right here. I mean, this is an amazing racetrack. And the guys that do well here, there's one reason why they do well here. They respect this joint. And you better have that in your mind when you start the race.
Well, you've actually told us, well, we've got some verbiage from you that we've never heard before. You've told us stuff about the track that we didn't know. Let's just run through a couple of the key items, Darrell. I'd love to go through. This is a geological oddity.
Well, it's just, of course, I'm in another part of the world, so geologically, I don't know where I am, but if I had to go around this track, I would say I was lost because I had no idea where I was going or what I was doing.
I hate the corkscrew. The corkscrew is dumb.
Oh, my God.
The corkscrew's in Laguna Seca in America.
Well, I know it is, but, you call it the dipper, I call it the corkscrew. I always wondered, I've never been to Laguna Seca to do the corkscrews. I always wonder what that feels like. I now know it will scare the hell out of it. No, that's another corner. That's over here. I forgot.
Hell corner.
Yeah, it's over here.
My favourite. I just lost my lunch and didn't even have any.
Well, again, I was so surprised. I walked around and I talked to Kim and Brad Jones. They're buddies of mine they've been to America a few times, and I talked to them and I looked old Jason over and I said, solid lad. He ought to have a good head on his shoulders. And really and truly, I thought we were just going for a little ride.
Look, can I say it's a pleasure to have you here, and we want to swap notes after, because you can tell me what a dude is, and I'm going to tell you what a hoon is.
Oh, a hoon! I already know.
It is fantastic. It was the day Talladega Nights came to Mount Panorama.
Don't you love the respect that they're showing there with each other, and the respect of who Darrell Waltrip is and the legend that he is over here, and the respect that he has for the V8 supercars and the sports. We just thought we were going for a little ride. Come on, man. You know, if it's the reverse, you're not taking them for a little ride. You're going to go all in and show them what the course, the car, all of it's all about. You're trying to impress another world champion, another legend. That is awesome. I love every single bit of this. This was great. I see there's a few seconds left on here. I don't know what else they're showing on here. But, well, let's check it out, and then I'll finish up.
What was it? And the other thing was that he gave up calling Jason, just started calling him Jake, just for the hell of it. I reckon Darrell would love this category as well. Send him out to pit lane, Larko, because the V8 Utes are on track. So many people,
Oh, it was just the start of another race, I guess. Anyway, guys, I'm really enjoying this. You can never get too old to get involved in other sports. I've had ones that I've tried out, didn't really care for in the past, that I didn't really care for that much, but I always respect people's passion for what they're into and why they love what they love. And I feel like what you grow up with is what you're going to love. And I have found V8 and footy tremendous. I'm not just a reactor on here and not going to dive in. You guys know I take notes. I study stuff. I bring things out. And people that have followed me on my footy journey, you guys have been amazing helping me along. Keep the recommendations coming. Please. And yes, I will be back on the footy when you see the Rangers or the Knicks are finally done. And that'll be when they're both champions. 30 years ago this year, the New York Rangers was the last time they won the Stanley Cup. 30 years ago this year. What's key about that? Number one in 1994. They were the number one team in hockey in 1994. They're the number one team in hockey this year. We got a very hard matchup in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Florida Panthers. Whoever wins 4 games wins first, for those that don't know. Whoever wins 4 games moves on. I think the Rangers are going to do that. We're going to win 4 games to 2. 4 games to 2. Anyway, I'm tailing off on that now. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Subscribe, bell notice, hit the like button, drop your comments down below. The link to this video will also be in the comments down below. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Johnny Basement, and I am out.